Welcome into our Wayne Hills TV studio for today's girls basketball regular season finale matchup between the Paterson Eastside Ghosts and your Wayne Hills Patriots. I'm Angel Casaleggio.
And I'm Jesse Link for today's studio shows. Before Angel and I break down our pregame thoughts for tonight's game, let's send it to the guys calling the game, Noah Sandler and Rocco Coppola, for their thoughts.
Thanks, Angel. This is the regular season finale for your Wayne Hills girls basketball Patriots, but this is going to serve as a tune-up for some important upcoming games coming up with the Passaic County semifinal this Thursday, and then if they win that, they would play on Saturday, potentially against Paterson Eastside. And then on Monday, they're going to be playing in the first round of the state tournament. So this game doesn't mean anything on the score sheet as the brackets are already set for those two tournaments, but it does serve as a tune-up, kind of keeping them in shape, ready for those big games coming up. So we will talk about all of that later on the broadcast, but first, Rocco, who do you have as your key player for tonight's game?
Well, Noah, my key player for tonight is Sienna Schuster. Is averaging 10 rebounds per game and just under 15 points per game with 14.9. And overall, she's just been a very good player this season.
She is great inside the paint and one of the star players of this team. Now let's take a look at a scouting report on the visiting Paterson Eastside Ghosts. So they are 18-5. Their head coach is Brandon Pilgrim. They're in the Liberty Division of the Big North Conference, and their leading scorer is Nevaeh Banks, averaging about 14 points per game. So she is a player that Hills is going to be looking out for in tonight's game, as well as the game potentially this coming Saturday. So that is all we have for our quick pregame intro, but now let's send it back into the studio where Angel and Jesse are going to get you set for tonight's game.
And now welcome back into our studios. We're getting set to go. Jesse, what do you think the Patriots are going to need to do to get the win tonight?
I think the Patriots are going to need a strong defense tonight like they've had for the past couple of games and the past couple of weeks. Patriots really looking good on defense. They just need to keep it up tonight and, do the same with offense. Offense, really stay strong and keep the foot on the gas tonight and not take it off. And, of course, free throws. They need to make all their free throws that they can get because that's a big aspect of winning games here.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that if we just can keep it together tonight and finish strong, do better than the other team, and just outplay them overall, good defense, good offense, and make those critical, free throws, whatever, I think that we definitely have a good shot tonight.
Yep, key is to keep your foot on the gas and just not take it off. So if the girls can do that tonight, then I think they'll be set to go. Let's get the scouting report in here.
As for the schedule for the Patriots moving forward, this Thursday actually, we play the Passaic Charter School, PCTI, and that game is away. And then to conclude our season, we have a game on the 20th, which is next Monday at Riverdale. So that's very exciting. And now, Jesse, can you lead us through some of the stat leaders?
Yeah, so Sienna Schuster with 14.9 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 2 saves. And then Shannon Ty on top of that, number 14, the senior, with 8.8 points per game, 9.7 rebounds per game, and 3.2 saves. And last but not least, Lily Weltman, number 3, the senior, has 6 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, and 3 saves per game. All right, now let's send it back to the guys in the gym.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wayne Hills High School for this contest between the Eastside Ghosts and your Wayne Hills Patriots. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated, could subject the violator to ejection, and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. Fans, coaches, and players are expected to treat the opponent, the officials, and other fans with respect and courtesy. Their safety and comfort should never be endangered. Fans, coaches, and players are expected to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. We take great pride in the efforts of our athletes, the leadership of our coaches, and the support of our fans. Enjoy the game.
Are you by yourself? I was going to say, more rooms.
And now your starting lineup for the Ghosts. At guard, senior number 4, Samaya Brown-Cobbs. At guard, junior number 21, Jadasia Stewart. At guard, sophomore number 13, Nevaeh Banks. At forward, freshman number 12, Alexis Chambers. And at forward, senior number 1, Chanel Frazier. The Ghosts are coached by Brandon Pilgrim, Desiree Salas, Andre Blackwood, and Destiny Hall. And now for your Wayne Hills Patriots. At guard, sophomore number 1, Chara Seasantone. At guard, junior number 15, Jalen James. At guard, junior number 2, Sienna Schuster. At guard, senior number 3, Lily Weltman. And at guard, senior number 14, Shannon Ty. The Patriots are coached by Todd Green, assisted by Lucas DiMatoulis and Jennifer Tobinas. We now ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And now welcome back into the Gabriel Gymnasium here at Wayne Hills High School as we are getting set for tonight's matchup between the Paterson Eastside Ghosts and your Wayne Hills Patriots. Again, I am Noah Sandler alongside Rocco Coppola for tonight's matchup. So Rocco, what do you think of today's game?
I think it's going to be a very competitive matchup. I mean, two teams with at least 18 wins, and both schools, they know how to score, they know how to defend. It should be a fun one, Noah. I'm looking forward to it.
And as I said in the pregame show, this is a potential matchup for the Passaic County Final, which would be on Saturday. But first, on Thursday, the Wayne Hills Patriots are going to be playing against Passaic Charter, and then Paterson Eastside is going to be playing against the Wayne Valley Indians. Both those games will be at PCTI on Thursday afternoon, and then on Saturday at Wayne Valley is going to be the Passaic County Final. The Wayne Hills Patriots looking for their first Passaic County championship in school history. They have a really good team this year, and we'll see if they will be able to do it as we are getting set for the opening tip. To take the tip, it's going to be Fraser along with Ty. Waiting for the officials to get ready. And then we will be underway. And this game is underway. This tip is won back by the Patriots. And now to bring it up the court the other way is going to be Paterson Eastside. It's going to be Brown Cobb. Cobb passes it over to Banks. Across the court and deflected off the hand of Jalen James. And it will be Eastside ball. Now it goes over to Brown Cobb. Back around to Banks. Banks pulls up from 3, and she hits that shot to get Eastside on the board.
Banks for 3.
Now here is Ty to pass up the court. Over to James now. Back out to Seasantone. Seasantone driving in towards the basket. And now that is knocked out of play off the hand of the Ghosts. And Ty will inbound a high pass into Weltman. Here's Lily Weltman on it, one of the senior captains of this team. Weltman now over to Schuster. Swings it back around into Weltman. Wasn't able to handle that pass, and now that's turned back over to the Ghosts. Now to bring it up the court. That's passed around now to Stewart. Over to Banks. Here's Banks on it. Driving in towards the basket. That layup, no good. Rebound Ty. Now that's turned over again. Brown Cobb to bring it up the court. Nice easy pass. She'll slow it down. Back out. Now driving in towards the basket. Chambers. She swings it around all the way back over to Banks. She pulls up from three and hits it. Her second three of the game. An early 6-0 lead for the Ghosts. Now as Coach Green has called a timeout, let's take a look at who the starters were tonight for your Wayne Hills Patriots. So starting is Sienna Schuster, Lily Weltman, Shannon Tide, Jalen James, and Chara Seasonstone. So that is the squad that Coach Todd Green decided to go with to start this game here today. As I said in the pregame, this game does not mean much, but it does give these two teams an opportunity to see each other before possibly facing off this Saturday in the Passaic County Final. It'll now be Ty to inbound. Gives it into Weltman. Weltman to bring it up the court. Here's Lily Weltman. Now over to Vorabuth. A high pass into Ty. Back out to Weltman. Weltman's shot. Her jumper's good. And the Wayne Hills Patriots are on the board. 6-2 lead for Paterson Eastside. Here's Brown Cobb just at the Wayne Hills logo. Brown Cobb driving in towards the basket. Swings it back out to Banks. Now around the arc to Brown Cobb. Nicely defended there by Vorabuth. She'll give it back over to Stewart. Now another three. No good. And attempting the rebound there was Schuster, but it went off of her hands. It'll be Paterson Eastside ball. Stewart to inbound. A high pass over to Chambers. Back around the arc to Brown Cobb. Over to Stewart. She pulls up. Her shot too strong. Wasn't able to get the bounce on that one. Now that's passed up to Schuster. Now over to Vorabuth. And one too many passes. That was turned over to Stewart. Now to bring it up the court the other way. Here's Stewart. Now a high pass over to Banks. Banks pulls up from three. Too strong. Banks has already hit 2 threes in this game. Vorabuth into Weltman. Weltman driving in towards the basket. Her floater, no good. Looking for the second opportunity. Was Ty unable to get it. Rebound Stewart. Back around the arc. Here's Stewart on it. Swings it around to Cobb. And that's almost turned over there. Nice job by Ty to almost break that up, but Weltman wasn't able to maintain possession of that ball. And now almost turned over again, as now here is Brown Cobb on it. Driving in towards the basket, back out. Pulls up from three, and she hits it. Eastside with 3 threes to start this game off for an early 9-2 lead.
Patriots having real trouble defending the 3-point right now. Gotta lock in.
And speaking of threes, here is Star Vorabuth, and she hits that one. Back to a 4-point game. Here's Brown Cobb. Slowing it down. Over to Banks. And now back to Stewart. All the way around the arc.
Get in there, Stu. Get in the paint.
Bunch of high passes that the Patriots are having trouble defending here. Some nice ball movement from Eastside. Here's Cobb. Driving in. Back out from three. No good. Nice rebound by Ty. Now a high pass over to Vorabuth. Almost turned over, and that goes to James. Shannon Ty gives it over to Weldon. Weldon driving in. Nice pass to Shannon Ty, and she is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
Ty will go to the line shooting 2.
Shannon Ty, one of the star players of this Wayne Hills Patriots team. As Angel and Jesse said in the pregame show, she's averaging just under 10 rebounds per game as she hits her first free throw.
Yeah, she's been having a good season so far, Noah.
Couple subs being made for both teams as as Season Tone makes her way back into the game for the Patriots. And Ty hits both those shots. We're back to a 2-point game.
Patriots down by 2.
And now to bring it up the court is Stewart. Gives it back over to Banks. Now driving in. Back out. Guarded here by Weltman. A screen is set. Her shot was way off the mark. And a nice rebound there. Now here's Season Tone to bring it up the court. Over to James. A high pass to Ty. Almost turned over. Season Tone out to Weltman. Ty slows it down. Into Season Tone. Now over to James. Back around the arc to Schuster. Swings it all the way in. Passed inside to Ty. Her shot no good. And getting that rebound was Stewart for Paterson Eastside, but a foul is called.
Yeah, Wayne Hill's looking a little stronger here early out on the gate.
Alexis Chambers to inbound. She'll give it into Stewart, who will bring it up the length of the court. Here's Banks. Back around to Whitaker. Now that's turned over, and now here's Weltman. She gives in to Season Tone. Season Tone, a little too out to handle there, but now that's passed back intended for James, and it went out of bounds off of the Patriots. It'll be Eastside ball.
Too many turnovers here early on for the Patriots.
Now coming into the game for the Ghosts is Cuffey for Fraser. Now here's Stewart. Back and forth here. Back out from 3. Shots just too short. Rebound Ty. Now a high pass over to Schuster. Schuster driving in for the layup. Now Ty on the second opportunity. No good, but a foul is called. She'll go to the line for the second time in this game.
Ty will go to the line shooting 2.
Ty hit both of her free throws before. First one's good.
Patriots down by 1.
Now Marceau coming into the game for James for the Wayne Hills Patriots. Marceau with 44 points on the year in her 20 games played, just averaging just above 2 per game. Now here's Eastside. That's easily turned over. Now a high pass to Schuster in all by herself. And she gets that easy layup. Now the Wayne Hills Patriots with their first lead of the game. Bring it up the court now is Alexis Chambers. Chambers over to Banks. Banks driving in. Pulls up deep 2. Shot too strong. Marceau trying to get that rebound. And Season Tone is just able to keep her feet in bounds with the ball. Now a high pass over to Schuster. Back out to Ty. Ty driving in. Dishes it back out. And travel is called on Sienna Schuster.
The way the Patriots have responded after conceding 2 opening 3-pointers on a 10-3 run since.
Yeah, Coach Green calling a timeout there. Just reminding the team of the defensive strategy in this game. So here's Stewart on it.
1 minute to go in the first.
No shot clock at high school basketball, so she could just take her time. Coming in with the double team is Palafonte and Season Tone. Now that's passed across the Chambers. Chambers driving in all the way under the basket. Now that's turned over to Palafonte. Palafonte gives it to Schuster. Schuster heavily guarded here. She drives in. And a nice block by the Ghosts. Nice job by Alexis Chambers. Now a sub being made for the Ghosts. It'll be Feggins for Chambers. It'll be tied to inbound. She'll give it into Palafonte from 3. Shot no good. She gets the rebound on the second opportunity. She hits it. Now to bring it up the court is Stewart. Gives it over to Feggins. Now that's passed in, back out to Banks. Banks looking for her third 3 of the game, but she'll drive in for the basket on this one. Her floater, no good. Rebound there, back out to Stewart. Now over to Feggins. She's double teamed, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow in favor of the Ghosts, and now another sub being made for Eastside. It'll be Brown Cobb coming into the game for Nikayla Feggins. Brown Cobb to inbound. Gives it around to Stewart. Back around the arc. She pulls up from 3. Too strong. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. The Wayne Hills Patriots with a 12-9 lead over the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. Now let's send it back into the studio where Angel and Jesse have a quick report.
Jesse, what do you think of that first quarter?
First quarter, they played really well, it looks like. I mean, Eastside is a good team, and to be able to end the first quarter being up by 3 points is a really solid start for the girls, and hopefully that they can carry that over and into the second quarter and the second half of the game as well, and bring this game home tonight and put a win in the win column.
I agree. I think, though, the beginning of that was a little bit rough. I felt like we were spending a lot of time on the wrong side of the court, and I think that we definitely needed to score even more.
Yeah, I mean, they had a few too many turnovers there, but, you know, I think if they can narrow that down a little bit, then they can easily pull the win out of this one. I mean, Eastside's a good team, like I said, but I think if they can really keep the turnovers to a minimum and just play to their best strengths, then they'll go out of this game with the win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now sending it back to you, Noah.
And now welcome back to the gym. Thanks for that quick report, guys, as we are set for the second quarter. It'll be Wayne Hills ball to start this quarter. Like I said, they have a 3-point 12-9 lead over the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. Again, I'm Noah Sandler alongside Rocco Coppola for today's regular season finale matchup. In attendance at today's game, a bunch of the Wayne Valley players scoping out their competition potentially for the Passaic County Final when these two Wayne teams could be facing off against each other this coming Saturday at Wayne Valley. It'll be tied to inbound. She'll give it into Season Tone. Here's Chara's Season Tone as we are now in the second quarter. That's back out to Weltman, over to Vorerbooth. Lily Weltman swings it all the way around to Season Tone. Now that's quickly turned over to bring it up the court the other way is Banks. She dishes it in, and in for the nice try there was Brown Cobb, but she is fouled. Samaya Brown Cobb to go to the line. And that was Weltman's second foul of the game. Her first shot's good. And her second one is as well. Back to a 1-point game in favor of the Patriots. Now here's Weltman using her speed to bring it up the court. She'll slow it down, give it over to Ty. Now to Chara Season Tone, a high pass over to Ty. All the way around the arc to Vorerbooth, into Ty. Ty back out to Weltman. Now a nice pass into Ty, over to Schuster, and her layup is good. Some great ball movement there from the Wayne Hills Patriots to now make it a 3-point lead. Here's Stewart at the Wayne Hills Patriots logo. Now that's given over to Chambers. Back around. Now that's turned over inside to Ty. Into Season Tone. Season Tone driving in behind the back layup. No good. And now that's turned over. Coming the other way now are the Ghosts. In all by herself. And in for that easy layup was Samaya Brown-Cobb. A very fast-paced game now as a high pass intended there for Sienna Schuster was turned over. And it will be Ghosts ball as Jalen James makes her way back into the game for Chara Season Tone. Now to bring it up the court is going to be Stewart. Around the arc. Here's Brown-Cobb. Into Brown-Cobb, driving in. Nice defense from the Patriots. No foul is called. And they're just able to keep it in bounds. Almost turned over there. And now that's turned over. Here's Weltman to bring it up the court the other way. Lily Weltman in. Her layup, no good. And Fraser on that rebound. Here's Brown-Cobb. Around the arc. Over to Stewart. Her deep two is no good. Rebound Shannon Ty, the senior. Here's Ty to bring it up the court. Ty dishes it in, and fouled on that shot was Sienna Schuster. She'll go to the line.
Yeah, the Eastside Ghosts have really been cold from inside the paint. There was a couple shots outside the arc, and they haven't really done much since.
So a 1-point lead for your Wayne Hills Patriots. Sienna Schuster at the line now. Foul was called on Chanel Fraser as Schuster's first shot is no good, and Cuffey checks into the game for Fraser for the Ghosts. Unable to hit either of those, and it went out of bounds off of the Ghosts. It'll be Wayne Hills Patriots ball. Still with a 1-point lead, it'll be Shannon Ty to inbound.
The Ghosts do not look confident or in this game at all, Noah.
Now here's Wellman. Back around to Vorbuth. Over to Ty, a deep three. Her shot's no good. And a jump ball is called. Possession arrow in favor of the Ghosts. So in that case, they will get the ball.
It may only be a 1-point game, but the way the Patriots have responded after the early few minutes of this game, it's been fun to see.
Here's Brown-Cobb. That goes back around. Back and forth, pulls up from three. No good. Rebound Schuster. Ever since those early threes from the Ghosts, they have gone cold from behind the arc. Now that goes back out to James. Now here's Vorbuth on it. Into James, driving in. Pass intended there for Schuster. Now that's turned over. A very fast-paced game here in the Gifford. Here's Banks. Around the arc, over to Brown-Cobb, driving in. Her floater's good. Back in the lead are the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. Here's Vorbuth. Over to Weltman, and that went out of bounds off of Paterson Eastside. Weltman inbounds to Season Tone. Around to James. Now a high pass into Weltman. Heavily guarded here, almost turned over. Back out to Season Tone. Now to Ty. Pass intended there inside the paint to Sienna Schuster. And now fighting for the ball under the basket. And the possession arrow in favor of the Patriots.
The Patriots have got to start limiting the turnovers. It's a competitive game, fast-paced, but the turnovers are what's going to be your downfall in these type of games, Noah.
You got that right as Shannon Ty to inbound. 4:25 to play in the first half. That's pass into Weltman. Now that's back out to Ty, looking at her options. Into Weltman. She's double teamed. Over to James. Ty thought about a three, changed her mind, and she is called for the travel. Here's Brown Cobb. Directing traffic is now that's past the Banks. Over to Whitaker. She pulls up from three. Goes in and out. Rebound James. Now Jalen James to bring it up the court. She has Schuster. Schuster in all by herself. No one was guarded her, and she hits that layup.
What a great pass by Jalen James inside the paint.
And now a timeout is called by Coach Pilgrim of the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. So while we have a quick timeout, it's time to promo one of our highest rated Wayne Hills TV shows, and that would be Rico and Hook, hosted by Jason Hook and Jake Tallarico. They have all of the action with upcoming sporting events and everything you need to know that's going on in the sports world. They talk about football, basketball, occasionally hockey. They will talk about anything the viewers want to see. Their show premieres every Friday night at 5 p.m. on Wayne Hills TV, so be sure to check that out. Again, that is on Wayne Hills TV, our YouTube channel, where you are watching our game right now. So with 3:44 to play, the Wayne Hills Patriots with a 1-point, 16-15 lead over the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. It'll be Eastside ball. Sorry. That's inbounded to Stewart. Here's Stewart. Gets it over to Cobb. Back around the arc. She pulls up from three. Her shot too strong. Rebound Schuster. Now here's Ty. Gives it over to Season Tone. Season Tone will slow it down. Pass intended for James. She's able to keep it in bounds. Here's Shannon Ty. Weltman setting the screen. Into Weltman. Weltman back out behind the arc to Ty. She'll swing it around. As here's Season Tone on it. She passes it in. Shot no good. Rebound on the second opportunity. Sienna Schuster can't hit that one. And now fighting for the ball. And the jump ball is called. Eastside with the ball as Chanel Frazier makes her way into the game for Cuffey. Here's Brown Cobb. Now to bring it up the court is Stewart. With less than 3 minutes to play in the half, Hill still with a 1-point lead. Now that's passed in. Turned over to Shannon Ty. Ty to bring it up the court. She'll give it in to Weltman. Pass intended there for Schuster. Fighting for it. And another jump ball is to call. It'll be Patriots ball. It'll be Shannon Ty to inbound.
Way to not give up on the ball right there.
As Ariana Palafonte makes her way into the game for Jalen James.
Points at the end of each half are very important. They really determine each outcome of every game.
Pass into Weltman. Now over to Palafonte, a high pass over to Season Tone. Here's Chara Season Tone to a wide open Weltman. Now she's double teamed, Lily Weltman. And she turns that ball over. Now to bring it up the court the other way is Brown Cobb. Samaya Brown Cobb, the senior for the Paterson Eastside team, and she's driving in towards the basket, dishes it back out, pulls up from three, too strong. Rebound, Schuster, as now she passes it up to Weltman, and she's driving in, and she is fouled. That was a foul on Stewart, her second of the game. Now Lily Weltman at the line for the first time tonight. First free throw just too strong.
The Patriots have been struggling to hit some free throws in this quarter. Free throws, points are points, Noah. And free throws, they're important.
She can't hit either of them, and now Schuster on the rebound. That goes back out behind the arc. Here's Weltman driving in. Her floater, no good, way too strong, and now that's rebounded by Ty. Ty in, and her layup is good, heavily contested there.
Great way to rebound from the 2 missed free throws.
Shannon Ty, great down inside the point. And we don't have a stat on this, but she has to be leading the team in second opportunity points, along with Sienna Schuster. Now Shannon Ty to bring it up the court the other way, across the midcourt line. She'll give it over to Weltman. Here's Lily Weltman over to Tara Seasonstone. Dishes it over. She pulls up from 3. Her shot way off the mark, and now rebound there. And a foul was called on Shannon Ty of the Wayne Hills Patriots, her first of the game.
The Patriots need to stay aggressive inside the paint. They've got the size and the height to be able to put these buckets in.
Alexis Chambers now to inbound. Now she'll bring it up the court. Here's Chambers, back out to Banks. Banks pulls up from 3. Too short on that one. Rebound Schuster. Here's Schuster using her speed. Triple team there, and that was almost turned over. Sienna Schuster back out to Palafonte.
1 minute to go in the first half.
Ariana Palafonte in the final minute of this game. Into Ty. She pulls up. Her shot no good. Schuster on the rebound. Heavily contested there, and a great job by Sienna Schuster. That went out of play off of Eastside. Ty to inbound. Shannon Ty inbounds to Marceau. Here's Ty on it. Over to Palafonte. She pulls up from 3 and hits it.
Great look by Palafonte.
Ariana Palafonte, a great three-point shooter of this team. She has the second most. She's tied for the second most on the year with 9.
Got a lot of bodies in the paint. Got to stay focused here.
Now that was almost turned over to Shannon Ty, but a foul is called. That'll be a foul on Mackenzie Moore. Now the Wayne Hills Patriots with a 6-point lead in the final 27 seconds of the first half. Here's Banks. Back around to Cobb. Brown Cobb driving in. Heavily contested. Her shot no good. Schuster on the rebound. Now that's turned over again. Now to bring it up the other way. And in for the easy shot was Nevaeh Banks, the star player of this team.
What a
now
play
as
by
the
Banks.
clock is winding down, Shannon Ty. And she's unable to get a shot off before the end of the half. So that is going to do it for the first half with the Wayne Hills Patriots a 4-point 21-17 lead over the Paterson Eastside Ghost. Now let's send it back into the studio, and we'll be back for second half action after this.
Welcome back into the studio for our halftime report. Jesse, what do you think of this game so far, and what would you like to see from Hills in the second half?
Well, I mean, so far Hill's doing a good job at staying ahead and not really giving up here. I mean, I guess, like I said, with the turnovers, they had a few turnovers there, especially on that last play there where they kind of turned it over pretty easily. They could have had that was a dangerous situation. They could have gotten points out of there, or Eastside could have. And I don't know. I mean, I guess just playing to their strengths, like I said, not turning over the ball and keeping their foot on the gas, which they seem to have been doing. I mean, they've maintained the lead for the majority of the game, or at least, yeah, I guess the majority of the game. So if they continue to do that, then I think they should be good to go.
I agree. I definitely want to just shine some light on Ariana Palafante. I think she's really been doing amazing. And as Noah mentioned previously, she has she's tied the record for 9 3-pointers this season. That's really impressive, and I can't wait to see more from her this game and for the next few games to conclude the season.
Yeah, and Palafante only a sophomore, so to do really well like that is great to see, especially from such a young player. I mean, you're happy to see records being broken by any player on the team, but especially by a sophomore is a really good thing.
Yeah, I agree. And now let's send it back out to the gym where the guys will be with you in just a moment.
So if they win, I'm gonna get a post-game interview. Well, the player, whoever I get, is gonna give you your headset. But I'll show you what to do. Our mics are live right now, so. We're going on in 25 seconds. Rocco, you ready?
Yeah, but I don't have to move the camera though.
No. Hey, our mic's live. What do you say? Right now. And now welcome back to the Gifford at Wayne Hills High School as we are getting set. And now welcome back to the Gifford Gymnasium here at Wayne Hills High School as we are getting set for the second half. Your Wayne Hills Patriots with a 21-17 lead over the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. So Rocco, what did you think of that first half?
I mean, it may have been low scoring, but I thought it was very fun to watch. Both teams are playing great defensively and loving what the Patriots did. After starting out slow early on in the my apologies, the way they responded under Coach Green has been remarkable to see. And I can't wait to see how they play for the rest of this game in what's been a very, very competitive Paterson side.
Yeah, I mean, very fast-paced game here tonight. This game has been back and forth, but there's been some times where it's kind of slowed down, and it seems as if those fast-paced moments are the ones that are kind of igniting the action here. When it's kind of slower pace, it's letting the defense get set, and both these teams can play defense, can play some pretty good defense, as we've seen. So when the defense doesn't really have the time to get set, that's when each of these teams can capitalize. Fonte, where they just weren't set, and then the Patriots, they started off the game with some not-so-good defense, and then Coach Green called a timeout.
Yeah, Patriots got to stay aggressive in the paint and just limit the turnovers.
And now we are underway. And that shot is no good. Rebound, Weltman. Here's Season Tone. Charles Season Tone back out to Weltman. Into Ty. Now into James. A little one too many passes as that's turned over to the Ghosts. And now here back around the arc. A deep three from the corner. That's too strong. And getting the rebound there was Brown Cobb. And now a high pass over to Stewart. Now driving in towards the basket. That shot's no good. Rebound, Ty. Here's Shannon Ty. A hook pass over to Weltman. Her shot's way off the mark. And a nice rebound there by Stewart. Now driving in towards the basket is Chambers. And she's fouled on that shot.
Chambers will go to the line shooting 2.
Alexis Chambers at the line for Eastside. And her first shot's good.
One more, Lex.
Sorry, you got shooter, okay? Sorry, you got shooter. Hey, watch press on this, okay? Press on this.
and she can't hit the second one, as that is rebounded by Season Tone. Here's Ty, now double team at half court, and now that's turned over to bring it up the other way. A high pass in, and she hits it. That was Alexis Chambers on that shot. And now that's turned over again. And Chambers was fouled. By Charlie Seasonton, and Coach Green calls a timeout.
I mean,
it'll be a 30-second timeout.
The Ghosts starting off the second half hot and aggressive. Patriots seem to be on the back foot and against the wall right now, so they got to stay focused and just make sure you got to limit the turnovers. It was a problem in the first half, but with the way the Ghosts have looked so far here in the early minute and a half of this third quarter, they look like that they're going to want to win this thing, and they're going to come at it hard.
Yeah, I mean, back to a one-point game. Like we said earlier, this game doesn't mean anything in the standings, but these two teams could be seeing each other again on Saturday, and this is kind of a tune-up to see what each of these teams has to offer and to kind of know what they need to work on and practice throughout the week, just in case they will face off against each other. But there's still 4 games. There's still 4 teams left in the bracket. It could be mixed up any which way, and we will see what will come of those games on Thursday to decide Saturday. Now a high pass to Brown Cobb. Pulls up from 3. Her shot's no good on the rebound. Now back out. Another 3. And that's too strong as well. And rebound by Weltman. Here's Lily Weltman to bring it up the court. Over to James. They'll slow it down. Here's Season Tone. Now that pass is deflected and turned over to the Ghosts. And now to bring it up the court is Alexis Chambers all by herself, and her layup is good.
Well, that's just a breakdown there by the Patriots, not starting out the second half the way that they expected to do.
Now Chara Season Tone to bring it back up the court. Eastside now with the lead. Over to Weltman, now to Season Tone. Into Ty, a dangerous pass there. Back out for a deep 2. Her shot's too strong. And on the second opportunity, Sienna Schuster was fouled.
You already behind her.
Schuster will go to line shooting 2.
First shot's good.
Schuster sinks the first, tying the game at 22.
And the second shot is as well. Now the Patriots back in the lead. Bring it up the court is going to be Brown Cobb, a high pass. Now back out behind the arc, driving in. That floater is blocked. And now on the second opportunity, Samaya Brown Cobb hits it.
Can't be conceding those.
Brown's Cobb for 2.
Now here's Ty, back around the arc, over to Season Tone. Here's Charles Season Tone. She'll give it back over to Shannon Ty. Back and forth between those two. Now into Schuster. Some nice ball movement. Vorbu pulls up from 3. Her shot's no good. And on the second opportunity, Schuster can't hit it. And a nice rebound by Chanel Fraser as Coach Pilgrim was asking for a timeout. It was not granted, but he'll make a couple subs as Faith Jacobs-Whitaker is now in the game for Samaya Brown Cobb. Shannon Ty inbounds to Weltman around the arc now. Here's Weltman on it. From behind the arc, Lily Weltman back out to Vorabuth. Here's Charles Season Tone. Now Vorabuth on it. And Season Tone couldn't handle it.
Just a poor miscue there.
And now Palafonte will come into the game for Season Tone. Here's Stewart on it. Pulls up from 3. Her shot's good. Banks.
Yeah, just too much space there for Banks to take the shot, and she took the advantage.
Now here is Ty. Her shot from 3 is too strong. And a nice rebound there by Banks. Now Banks to bring it up the court. Gives it over to Chambers. She's triple teamed in the paint. And now on her third opportunity, she hits it. A great job there by Alexis Chambers.
Patriots have gone cold here early on in the second half. We're 4.5 minutes through the third quarter, and they've only scored a bucket.
And that timeout was called by Coach Pilgrim of Paterson Eastside. Neither coach is happy with the way their team is playing now, but Paterson Eastside now with a 6-point lead over the Wayne Hills Patriots. So the Wayne Hills Patriots only putting up 6 points. Excuse me, they're only putting up 2 points in the second half so far, and the Ghosts have put up 12.
And those 2 points from the Patriots have, I believe, only been free throws, so they got to get a real bucket or at least take more shots from beyond the arc.
Now that's over to Vorabuth. Vorabuth to bring it across that center court. Now that's into Schuster. Schuster nicely guarded. Back out to Palafonte. Swings it around. Gives it to Vorabuth. And now into Ty, and she is fouled. She'll go to the line again.
More second chance opportunities here for the Patriots, and now after being down 6 on what I believe is a 12-2 run to start the third quarter, these points right here could be absolutely crucial towards the end of the game.
Now is a foul on Frazier, her second of the game. First shot no good as Cuffey makes her way into the game for Frazier. She can't hit either, and that was a nice rebound by Shannon Ty. Back out to Weltman. Over to Ty. Now her hook pass into traffic, and Lily Weltman is called for a travel. She had Shannon Ty wide open, but didn't see her, so she passed it right down into the paint. Here's Banks to give it over to Stewart. And then a foul is called on Stewart for Eastside.
Patriots being gifted another chance to get the offense up and running once again.
Now that's passed in to Ty, and Schuster in for the layup. Schuster was right in there in the paint undetected, and she was able to hit that one. Banks passes it out to Stewart. Now that's turned over to the Patriots. Here's Ty to bring it up the length of the court. Shannon Ty. And that went off the hand of a Eastside player. It'll be Ty to inbound. She just kind of lost possession of that ball. Now that's inbounded to Weltman. Back around the arc. Here's Vorabuth over to Ty. Shannon Ty gives it to Sienna Schuster. Some nice ball movement from the Patriots. And now here's Lily Weltman on, and she's guarded by Banks. Weltman directing traffic here. She has Vorabuth. Now into Ty. Back out to Weltman. Weltman driving in towards the basket to Ty. Her shot no good. And a foul is called on Sienna Schuster of the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Yeah, this has just been not been the Patriots' quarter. They're being outplayed, outcoached, and outsped.
And now Marceau in the game for Palafonte. Now here's Brown Cobb to bring it up the court. Brown Cobb on it. She's guarded here by Wellman. She swings it around the arc. Here's Banks on it. Brown Cobb now at the Wayne Hills Patriots logo. Just about a minute to play in this quarter. A 4-point lead for Eastside. Brown Cobb. Heavily guarded here by Wellman. Back out from behind the arc. That shot went in and out off the hands of Stewart. And a foul is called. Lily Weltman got tripped up. Foul was on Stewart. That's her fourth of the game.
And Coach Green not going to take any chances with Weltman taking that fall.
Now that's inbounded. Here is Season Tone on it. Back out behind the arc. Now Marceau. Now a high pass. Some great ball movement here. Here's Marceau. Swinging it all the way around the arc. Marceau, a deep three. Her shot's no good and rebounded by Chambers. Here's Chambers driving in. And her layup is good. Great job there by Alexis Chambers. She is having a great day as time is winding down in the third quarter. Back out to Marceau again. Now Season Tone. Clock is winding down. Now Ty puts up a shot. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. Paterson Eastside with a 31-25 6-point lead over the Wayne Hills Patriots. Now let's send it back into the studio for a quick report.
Thank you so much, Noah. So, Jesse, what do you think that the Patriots can do now that we're falling behind? We need to come back right now. What do you think we could do?
I mean, Patriots are really kind of lacking in the shooting department. I mean, they really need to just make their shots. I mean, I know that seems very, what's the word, basic for basketball, but if you can't do the fundamentals right, you can't win games. And they just have to hit their shots here more because, I mean, in the last maybe 30 seconds of the game, they had two missed shots that could have possibly either tied it up or put them ahead. No, not put them ahead, but could have tied up the game. And, they miss those opportunities, and you only get so many opportunities in a game. And if you can't take advantage of that and score, then there's no way of winning.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Patriots, I don't even think that they're really lacking in defense. It's just that, Eastside is now making a lot of their shots that they put up. And I think that the Patriots are not breaking through for their layups. I think that their defense is overpowering us. But hopefully we can come back and really give them a run for their money in this last quarter. Back to you, Noah.
Thanks so much, Angel. Now back in the gym, a 6-point lead for Paterson Eastside. Now both teams making their way back out onto the court. So not the best quarter from the Patriots, and it's great to see that Lily Weltman is back in this game after getting tripped up and injured just a few moments ago.
Eastside on a 14-4 run since the second half started. Now, as you mentioned earlier, this game may not mean anything, but other schools are watching. They're watching this game closely, And if someone wants to be the hero of this Patriots team, they need to step up now.
Now here's Brown Cobb on the ball. In the fourth quarter, less than 8 minutes to play in regulation. Now driving in towards the basket. A nice block by Shannon Ty. Now that's passed over to Weltman. Weltman into Ty. Ty in. Her layup, no good. And fighting for the rebound, but here's Eastside with the ball. And a foul is called on Lily Weltman. Actually, they are going to call that foul on Sienna Schuster. It'll be her second of the game. It'll be Banks to inbound. She'll give it into Brown Cobb. Now back around. Thought about a three, changed her mind. Now driving in towards the basket. And a nice job by Sienna Schuster with that defense, but Eastside getting the rebound. And now another foul is called. Actually, they're just going to say it went off the leg of a Patriots player. Here's Brown Cobb on it from beyond the arc. And a foul was called on Chanel Frazier of Eastside for her third of the game. Now here's Ty on it. Weltman passes it in to Schuster. Now that ball is kicked and Schuster was fouled on that shot.
Schuster will go to line shooting 2.
Sienna Schuster at the line. She has visited the free throw stripe multiple times in this game, and she's been mostly solid. A couple misses, but overall, not too bad as she misses that one.
Yeah, these points here could be crucial, whether they're missed or scored.
And her second shot is good.
Needed that one.
Schuster sinks the second.
Now a 5-point game. Here's Brown Cobb back out to Banks. Now around the arc to Frazier. Passed inside. And Shannon Ty commits the foul on Deja Cuffey. That first shot's too strong. And that second one goes in and out. Rebound Schuster, 6:25 to play. Here's Chara Season Tone now. Every possession is crucial at this point in the game. Now Jalen James swings it back around the arc. Here is Weltman, double team, passed inside to Ty. Now back out, a deep 2. That shot's too strong. Rebound Schuster, and she is fouled. She'll visit the line again.
Schuster using her size to get to that ball high up in the air. Definitely an advantage over the opposing Paterson defenders.
Schuster will go to line shooting 2.
And that first shot's no good. Schuster now struggling from the free throw line. And she hits the second one.
Schuster sinks the second. Ghosts lead by 4.
Now here's Banks on it, a 4-point game. 6 minutes to play. Nice defense here by Schuster. Driving in towards the basket. Back out. Almost turned over. Now from beyond the arc. That shot's good. Nevaeh Banks, the sophomore guard for the Paterson Eastside Ghosts. Now here's Jalen James on it. Back out to Ty. Shannon Ty now over to Season Tone. And that's almost turned over. And that was kicked off of the leg of a Paterson Eastside player. And it'll be tied to inbound.
Patriots need points here.
Now a high pass to Season Tone over to James. Now to Ty. Passed inside. Back out. That shot's good from Shannon Ty.
Still a 2-possession game, Noah. They're still in it.
Completely. Plenty of time to play with just over 5 minutes. Now here's Brown Cobb. Banks on it. Now a high pass driving in towards the basket. And her shot takes the nice roll in her favor. Now here's Season Tone. And not a good pass as that was turned over. Now in all by herself was Samaya Brown Cobb for the easy layup, and Coach Green calls a timeout. Not happy with that possession. So now let's take a moment to promo some of our other Wayne Hills TV show. So we have Against the Ropes, which is hosted by our good friend Thomas T-Bone Emmerich, and he has a WWE talk show where he speaks with a teacher here at Wayne Hills, Mr. Berkowitz, and they speak about everything WWE and get you ready for all of the upcoming matches and everything you need to know regarding that. So make sure you tune in right here on Wayne Hills TV. And another show we have is The Final Whistle. Pretty similar to Rico and Hook, but hosted by James Gagousas, John Grant, and Drew Ziegler. This show will break down everything going on in the sports world. So we've spoken about 3 very popular Wayne Hills TV shows. That is The Final Whistle, Rico and Hook, and Against the Ropes, all right here on Wayne Hills TV. Coming out every Friday at 5 p.m.
3 here would be absolutely very beneficial for the Patriots as they're down by 9.
Now here's Weltman on it. Passed inside, back out, a deep 2. Her foot was on the line. Can't hit that shot. Now fighting for it. Here's Weltman on it. Her shot's no good. And on the second opportunity, Sienna Schuster is fouled. She'll go to the line yet again.
The free throw line has not been her friend tonight, but these are without a doubt the most important free throws of the game so far.
But late in the games this season, she has been hitting clutch shots and free throws, so we'll see what she can do here. And her first shot's no good.
Deja on the bottom.
Squeeze. Stay.
You good. Keep them hands straight.
But she can't hit that second one. Rebounded and fighting for it in front of the Patriots bench. And a jump ball is called. It'll be Patriots ball.
Patriots got lucky there to get another chance. Yet another chance to put points up here on this offensive possession. It's a crucial drive here.
And Shannon Ty gives it in to Sienna Schuster. Back to Ty. Ty driving in. And that went right through the legs of Sienna Schuster and a backcourt violation. It'll be Eastside ball.
The offensive miscues just continue for this Patriots side. Only 8 points here in the second half.
Way too many turnovers in this game. Here's Brown Cobb, a high pass into a wide open Deja Cuffey, and she hits that one.
Just what a pass inside the paint.
Now an 11-point lead for Eastside, and Season Tone is called for the travel.
They're rattled, Noah.
Now that's passed over to Banks. Now back and forth around the arc. And now that's turned over. Weltman got the steal. Now Shannon Ty driving in towards the basket, and she's fouled on that shot.
Good try, Cole.
Now she'll go to the line. So Eastside has committed 9 fouls, and the Patriots have only committed 5, but sure enough, Patriots have not been able to hit their free throws.
Got an opportunity here to make it a 3-score game.
And she hits that shot.
Ty sinks the first. The Patriots down by 10.
And the second one takes a favorable roll. So 3:30 to play in the fourth quarter, a 9-point lead for Eastside. Almost turned over again. Pulls up from 3 is Banks. And her shot's no good.
Another miscue.
And now still with the possession of the ball is Eastside. Here's Banks on it.
Got to get on that ball.
Now here's Brown Cobb. Nice defense here from Weltman, but even better moves from Brown Cobb. Now a high pass over to Banks. And Sienna Schuster commits the foul. Now that's passed into Brown Cobb. Driving in towards the basket. And in for the easy layup. A nice dish there to Deja Cuffey. Now a high pass into Schuster. And she'll take it the other way. And a timeout is called by Coach Green of the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Way to answer after that very strong possession on offense by the East Side Ghosts.
So Rocco, your first game announcing, you're making your debut tonight. How you like it?
I gotta say, Noah, it's been pretty fun to call my first game here at Wayne Hills, and I'm looking forward to many more to come in the coming years, weeks, days.
Rocco's been doing some behind-the-scenes work, but this is his first time announcing, making his debut tonight. And this will likely be my final home game announced here in the Gifford Gym for this winter season on Wayne Hills TV.
How many he got left?
Now Stewart to inbound. She'll give it into Banks. Here's Banks. Over to Brown Cobb, just looking to chew up some clock here with a 9-point lead. Now driving in towards the basket. Back out. Over to Stewart. Now a nice block there by Shannon Ty. Here's Ty to bring it up the court the other way. Into James, and she is fouled.
The Patriots are not giving up. They're staying in this game, even if time's not on their side.
James will go to the line shooting 2.
Jalen James at the line. She sinks her first one.
James sinks the first.
She just made 2. Don't look her off.
Can't sink the second. And a foul is called.
Yeah, she grabbed Kool-Aid arm. Kool-Aid arm was on the board.
So these refs are going to talk it over to confirm their call.
Brown Cobb will go to line for a 1-and-1 situation.
To shoot 1-and-1. She sinks that first one.
Brown Cobb sinks the first.
Can't hit the second. Rebounded Schuster. Still a 9-point game. Just over 2 minutes to play. Weltman to bring it up the court. They need some fast points. Here's Weltman into season tone. Her shot's no good. And rebounded by Eastside. Now to bring it up the court the other way. Here's Brown Cobb, and she is fouled.
Good job, Deja. Good job, Stu.
It'll be Samaya Brown Cobb at the line again for another 1-and-1.
Way to work, Lex.
So they're just fixing the scoreboard. And now it'll be Brown Cobb at the line with 1:45 to play. First shot's no good. And able to keep it in balance. And on the second opportunity, Samaya Brown Cobb with a great athletic play. Coach Pilgrim was ready to call a timeout there, but wasn't granted it, and it worked out in his favor. As here's James on as she puts up a shot and is fouled. So now an 11-point lead for Eastside.
Samaya Brown Cobb has just been the kryptonite for this Patriots defense all night. And they just haven't found a way to contain her or stop her. It's just been 4 quarters of dominance.
So here's James at the line.
James sinks the
She has been clutch from the free throw stripe in this game.
Faith out.
And she hits both of them.
James sinks the second.
And now a bunch of subs made in this game with Palafante, Donqua, Moore, Marceau, and Vorabuth all out on the court for the Patriots.
Got to be aggressive here on defense.
I mean, Coach Green probably figures down by 9 at this point. Might as well get those backups in, get them a little bit more experience, and then move on and then focus on what's to come later in the week, which might not be a bad strategy. Don't risk any injuries. We saw Weltman almost get injured, and that would be so unfortunate in a game where it really doesn't mean anything at all, and this is just kind of a tune-up.
Come here, Faith.
So now holding the ball is Banks. Less than a minute to play. Here is Stewart on it.
Drop the time to the ball. And she attacks home.
She's guarded here by Moore.
Now go, man.
Now Faith Jacobs Whitaker on it, and back to Banks. As the clock is winding down with only 20 seconds to play. So, a tough loss for the Wayne Hills Patriots, but they have an exciting week ahead of them as Paterson Eastside now just dribbling this one out. They get the win. Final score 45-36. So a tough game for the Patriots, like I said, but coming up later in the week, they have some big games that they just need to move on from today and focus on what's to come later in the week, because that's where it matters, with the Passaic County semifinal coming up on Thursday afternoon, potentially the Passaic County final on Saturday, when they could face this Eastside team again if they beat Wayne Valley on Thursday. And then Monday night, the state tournament begins. They're at Riverdale. So, Rocco, what do you think of this game? What can they learn from it? And what should they kind of focus on for the coming week?
I mean, the Patriots, they need to be more consistent, especially in the second half, only scoring 15 points and Eastside scoring almost 30 in the second half. And if they do meet this school again, they better be ready. Whether it's Valley, Eastside, like you can't come out like that in the second half. They weren't aggressive enough inside the paint, and they didn't get enough points from outside the arc.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Green has a lot to work on with his team tonight, but there were some bright spots that we saw tonight, especially in that first half. They kind of sort of fell apart in the third quarter and into the fourth. But like I said, big week to look forward to. And on that note, that is going to wrap things up here at Wayne Hills High School. Once again, Paterson, Eastside getting the win over your Wayne Hills Patriots in the regular season finale. For Rocco Coppola and our entire Wayne Hills TV crew, it has been a pleasure bringing this game to you. I have been Noah Sandler, and we will see you next time right here on Wayne Hills.